viewers, welcome once again to Think Tank TV, and thank you so much for joining me. Now, you'll recall that when President Tinubu emerged as the president of Nigeria, he earmarked about 32 billion naira for student loans. And when that money was earmarked, presidential candidates of a political party in person of Lôôt came out and said that no, that with the way Nigeria government is, the government should not be giving loans to students, rather they should be giving grants. So Lôôt said that if he was the person that was the president of Nigeria, he was going to be giving them grants. However, the about 32 billion naira was earmarked and given to an organization that is called Nelfund, which is actually a department in the federal government of Nigeria. That being said, an information has popped up on the internet lately that as that money was released to Nelfund, National Orientation Agency has come out to say that Nigerian banks and the university organizations are hoarding that money and putting it in fixed deposits, frustrating students from accessing the money, all in a bid for them to use that money to make profits. And that is why I keep saying that the truth of the matter is that even if Peter Obi becomes the president of Nigeria, there are some issues, some underlying issues in Nigeria that we must do our best to curb. The issues of corruption, because it has become a systemic problem. I'd like you to take a look at a deep exposition that was done on Arise News by the National Orientation Agency, who has come out to say they have also reported the matter to anti-graft agencies like EFCC and ICPC to immediately swing into action and make sure that those universities and banks that are conniving to hoard the fund that was released for students is brought to book. Take a look at it for yourself before I come back to give you the reactions of Nigerians and my own deep thoughts about it.
Lôôt, Director General, National Orientation Agency, thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight. Very quickly, before we get into the conversation proper, I mean, what really prompted this investigation in the first place?
Okay, well, I will just tell you this is in line of our fulfilling our mandate. Part of our mandate is about communicating government policies, programs, and activities, but also to generate feedback, from the citizens, to government. So this we do on fortnight basis all across the 774 local government. We generate feedback, which we call the pulse of the nation. And it was in this process that we have this aspect relating to the student loan, where we see a lot of students complaining that it's only after they have made payment they discover that already Nelfund had paid for the tuition, and schools didn't inform them. So we had to engage with Nelfund, and that is our practice. We relate with the relevant agency of government or institution of government to say this is what we have found and what has happened. And we found out that it was not news to Nelfund, and Nelfund was actually dealing with the issue already. And as I speak, the anti-corruption agencies have been put on notice by Nelfund. And Nelfund has also upped its game in terms of the technology, the digital platform they have provided. So as I speak to you, now students can track from application to disbursement by themselves. So school cannot do that anymore. But it's so sad that any institution will be involved in this kind of thing. It's like sabotaging the citizens. I mean, let's not even talk about government. It's about sabotaging ourselves.
Not expected of every time.
It is not expected, and there's no way any university or tertiary institution can do this successfully without banks accepting. When you say we have some fund, we want to fix it, and this money is not meant to be fixed in any bank account. It is meant to be taken
and disbursed
in lieu of the tuition fee, expected from the student. This program is a fundamental program in this country that anybody who knows what happens in other climes, advanced countries, student loan is very fundamental to human capital development.
Absolutely.
And there's no way a country can grow without supporting the education system. And then we must provide relief to the citizens. And this is a way of doing that. And it's a win-win for the student, for the parent, and for the school.
And the society as a whole. Absolutely. Now, help us understand, is it tuition or upkeep? Which one exactly goes to the, is designed to go to the institution, and which one goes to the students directly?
Okay, so it is upkeep, the 20,000 naira monthly upkeep that goes to the student.
Right.
The tuition is paid directly to the school. So it could be a school facilitating, after the students apply on their own, and then the Nelfund engage with the school and ensure, say 120 people, 500 people, students from a particular school, and they take them through the process, approve, and issued a check and make payment to the school. So those students are being paid for, and they should not have to experience any hardship because of lack of payment, because they've been taken care of. So, but now you find a situation that they want to write exams, and they are prevented from writing exams because the money has not been paid purportedly
according to the
institution. Right. But only for them, so sometimes they pay only for them to realize that Nelfund had already paid. We also heard of some schools that charge some fees, processing or so-called fees, for people to
access the funds.
Something that you play no role in it. The school, you could see that for about 2 years now we've not heard of ASU strike. Right. This is part of what this is to bring to the table. Because schools now have.
So is it that as well, these institutions, what they're not getting from federal government in terms of, their 9-point requests that they've been asking for forever, they are helping themselves?
Well,
are there any punitive measures in place? You say that the anti-corruption agencies have been reported to. Nelfund has done that. But as NOA, the orientation agency, have you done that, or you're satisfied with what Nelfund has done?
Our mandate is to give moral suasion.
Right.
You shouldn't do this. This is not good for you as a citizen. This is the right thing to do as a citizen. Yeah. But we also engage with those who have some prosecutorial powers to enforce the rules. So that's why we had to relate with Nelfund. Are you aware of this? And they told us, yes, we have the fact, and this is the steps we have taken. And I must commend Nelfund. That is beside the fact that this program has been successful so far. But the rate, within a few days, they have come up with that digital platform that students can now trace from application right to disbursement by themselves.
That's interesting to note.
You're saying it yourself, and this is the reason why we keep saying that Nigerians must come out and speak for themselves. People must do their best to put in petitions in areas where they find suspicion of corruption, because it's actually your right constitutionally to come out and protest. Now, without saying much, let's jump right into some of the comments that have sparked up reactions on the internet, which Nigerians have come out to give their thoughts about the latest discovery. Do you want to also drop your thoughts in the comment section? Let's get to know what you think about this latest discovery that has sparked reactions on the internet. Alright, so let's take a look at what some Nigerians had to say about it. Dr. J said Nigeria is a rotten place. Every Nigerian is a potential threat to the country's progress and development. I have never seen a people so committed to their own destruction as most Nigerians at their downfall. Very remarkable comment indeed. Ekiti Baby said, my own is that the schools and banks should be mentioned. Let us know those to hold accountable. Very remarkable point indeed. Dr. J also said, how to solve problems, a simple lesson Africans have not learned in 700 years. Problems on universities sabotaging Nelfund student loan, conniving with bank to defraud students. Solution, breaking news, 5 university vice chancellors arrested and jailed for their role. Wow, that was a remarkable one indeed. Another one came from Akorede Omo, who said, simply remove the VCs of the schools involved in nonsense. Don't allow people to sabotage your effort. Remarkable point indeed. People must do well to pay for this kind of fraud. Ola said, we need to make sure with such things doesn't happen again, and whoever the perpetrators are should be dealt with accordingly and decisively. This should not turn out to be another flop scheme. Nigerians can make mess of every good thing, and they will turn around to blame the government. Indeed, very remarkable point. We've taken one from Ola. Let me take one from also someone else who said anything. Okay, Mega said you can't. They pay the money directly to students' account of them to pay to the schools. Will the students pay the money?